If you want to change this country, it's not going to be Barack Obama or Joe Biden or me that does it. It's going to be you. And that's just the plain truth. This is your election. This is your election. This is your time. Doesn't mean all of a sudden you're going to be running the West Wing if he wins. But it does mean that this is when the country begins to change as it did in the 1960s. Your values are a little different than ours, and sometimes I think they're better than ours. I can say that because I've got two people in your generation in my family.
Young people tend to be really dissatisfied and feel really disconnected with a lot of the policies of the GOP over the last 8 years. And so, since Obama's so gung-ho about change, I think it gets young people really excited too.
Actually canvassed with him in the summer at the Democratic Party, and I was a state delegate for him, and so I knew more about him, and just, you don't want to pass this opportunity up.
I don't hardly know anybody in your generation that hasn't worked someplace to do something for somebody else, whether you do it through your church group, whether you go to an impoverished part of America, or whether you go to a foreign country and teach school for a while. Everybody in your generation, or an awful lot of people, seem to be doing those kinds of things. That's real service.
I actually started working about 2 months ago on the campaign. I just love coming in and seeing all the excited volunteers and interns inside the office, canvassing and going door to door, different apartments. It's just great to see people get excited about this campaign. And a lot of people we've seen, they're just so excited about Barack Obama and the great things he can do for this country.
Students classically don't vote so much. This time I think they will, but not without you. If you're from Iowa, any place you want to help, either in your hometown or here, is a big deal. If you're not from Iowa, think about where you are from. Honestly, if you're from Illinois, we need you in Iowa. So here's what I want you to do for your country. I want you to do everything you can to get Barack Obama elected and turn this country over to your generation. And when a lot of people think about evangelical Christians, they think of Jerry Falwell and Pat Robertson. Let me tell you something about evangelical Christians under 35 years old. When you poll them, their first #1 issue they care about is poverty. The second one is climate change, and the third is Darfur. Those are democratic issues, and we ought to work with anybody that we can in order to make this country a better country and the world a better place. Why not work with people? We can afford to disagree with people on some issues. The central message of your generation to our generation is, would you please stop fighting about all the things that you can't agree on and start working on the things that you do agree on to make the world a better place. Barack Obama gets that.